We heard back from Veterans Treatment Court and Mr. Parker was accepted, but there's a wait list up until the first week of March. So we're asking for a reset until mid-March.
So when specifically in March?
Well, it's the last week of February to the first week of March, so I guess the second week of March,
Okay,
that would work.
oh, and where is Mr.? Daryl Harris was here and then all of a sudden he's not here anymore.
He's right there, Judge.
Oh, Daryl, come forward, Mr. Harris. I didn't see you. You were blocked. Blame Hank.
I'm not be of service.
All right, so they're telling me that Veterans Treatment Court has a wait list, which I do believe. And they're saying that they'll be available sometime in March because he's been accepted.
He was just accepted in the past week.
I will trust counsel. We've staffed the number.
So my question though is, and what I'm concerned about is he's been accepted. I'm going to give you your March setting date, but I want to make sure that between now and March, he has, contact with who he needs to have contact, because I don't want him to fall off and start doing things that perhaps he shouldn't be. I don't want him to be in the world without access to treatment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset it for March, and then Mr. Harris, you all going to discuss and make sure that he has his everything set up for treatment. See, I delegate.
We'll make it work.
Thank you.
Thank
So
you.
what date in March?
I can do the 7th or the 14th.
7th or the 14th?
The 14th is better.
All right, so
That's spring break now.
what, March 14th?
Mhm.
Oh, I'm going to be here anyway,
Okay.
because we'll be in jury trial. All right, so March 14th, but since we'll probably be in jury trial, I'll need you to be here exactly at 9 a.m., okay?
Yes, ma'am. That works. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Once you sign the reset form, you are excused, and please confer with Mr. Harris.
I will.
All right, thank you. Jacob Sanchez. All right, so what's happening with this case?
Judge, my understanding from just talking with defense right now is that the state's made an offer on the case.
Okay. All right. Defense, do you have all the discovery?
I believe so.
Sir, how old are you?
I'm not sure. I was born in 1988.
Okay. And you don't know how old you are? All right. Is there some, oh, you need to say yes or no. You don't know how old you are?
Oh, no. January 11th, 1988.
All right. So have you had any mental health issues or anything of that nature?
I received medication,
All right. What do you receive medication for?
schizo something. I'm not sure.
All right. Are you currently
Right now,
on medication at the jail?
yes, Your Honor.
All right, counsel, you're aware that he has, at least he's presenting to the court that he has some mental health issues?
I am now.
All right, do you think your client is competent?
Um,
Do you want to speak to him about that?
no, I don't, I think he's not competent.
I'm sorry, what?
I believe he needs to be examined for competency.
All right, did you speak to him about competency issues? Because, and I'm just asking because when you all became before me, nobody mentioned competency until I mentioned it. So have you discussed with him his mental health issues?
No, I have not.
All right, if you want to speak to him about that, then you all can reapproach.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Who's here?
You're in the middle. You're in the middle. Mr. Anton, you're on this side. Sir,
Oh, excuse me. Yes, I don't know why he came.
Mr. Anton,
Oh,
On this
I'm in
side.
the wrong spot.
Yes.
Well, that's just normal, Judge.
All right, court is calling 2023 CR 10327, State of Texas versus Andrew J. Garcia. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Louis Maru for the state of Texas.
Defense,
Anton Hike for the citizen accused.
are you Mr. Garcia?
That is correct, ma'am.
All right, so No paperwork on top of the court reporter's desk. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, counsel, have you received all the discovery and did you review it with your client?
I believe the state is giving me all the discovery I'm entitled to, including 3914, and I've reviewed it with my client, not only today, but at other times.
All right, the court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Everyone, if you're behind the court reporter, don't speak. Counsel, if you need to speak to your client, they'll move you to the end. All right, Mr. Garcia, I'm showing you what's entitled, well, I have two. I have an application for deferred adjudication and an application for community supervision. Did you review those with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign them?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, next I'm showing you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We waived the reading.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Judge, we're proceeding on counts 1 through 4.
All right, and each count is the charge official oppression.
Counts
Yes.
1 through 3 are official oppression, Judge. Count 4, I believe, is a tampering with the government record.
Okay. All right, and then are you waiving count 5, 6, and 7?
Yes, sir.
Any objection?
No objection to waiving those counts.
All right, I'm showing you what's entitled court admonishments. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, sir.
All right, did you understand in counts 1, 2, and 3, you're charged with the offense of official oppression? And count 4, you're charged with tampering with the government record. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand each one of these counts are state jail felonies? The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Judge, if I may, counts 1 through 3, I'm sorry, are actually class A misdemeanor.
All right, so you don't have the proper paperwork before me. I have here, this is state jail felony paperwork. So the record can be clear, what needs to be done is court admonishments. You need to fill out the different document and you need to fill out each count in the range of punishment for it, because otherwise this document listed all as state jail felonies.
Okay, yes, sir.
So if y'all will do that and then approach and we'll take it out. All right, thank you. We're going to go back on the record in cause number 2023 CR 10327, State of Texas versus Andrew Garcia. Could I have parties announced for the record again for the state?
Nicholas Murphy, State of Texas.
Anton Hyde for the citizen accused.
All right. So I've previously asked the defendant if he reviewed the indictment. State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Okay, we're going to waive and abandon counts 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and we'll just proceed solely on count 4 of the indictment.
No objections.
And counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We waive reading the time.
All right. Showing you again what is entitled court admonishments. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand in count 4, you're charged with tampering with the government record?
Yes, sir.
That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, don't talk behind the court reporter. You can move it to the end. If for any reason the court were to revoke your deferred adjudication and find you guilty, the court could sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has worked very hard on providing defenses, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I certainly do believe that, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial, showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, state is proceeding on count 4 only. Is that correct, state?
Yes, Judge.
Punishment is to be assessed at 1 year in the state jail facility. They're opposing your application for deferred adjudication. They're recommending community supervision, and there's to be a permanent surrender of your TCO license. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea?
That's the plea bargain.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No such motion, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the agreement. The state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 3 years. There be no contact with. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offenses charged in count 1, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty, Your Honor.
State, any evidence?
Yes, Judge. State offers states exhibits 1, including attachments. These include the taser records, the investigation by the PIU investigator, and also statements from the victims in this case.
All right. Any objection?
No objections, Your Honor. We've looked them over today.
Showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, March 7th at 9 a.m.
Yes, Judge.
All right, is there anything else?
No, that'd be excused.
Yes,
Thank you, Judge.
Does he see a probation officer now?
yes. Diana. All right, counsel, does your client need a competency
I
evaluation?
believe he does.
All right. And you're going to be filing that?
Yes, I can send it. You want me to send that with you or file with you or with?
Oh, you can file it here in the court. Ms. Ferguson, I need a reset date for a competency evaluation.
I can do. I'll do the March 7th, Judge.
Well, can you put it in February to make sure it's filed?
February 29th.
All right, February 29th. So it needs to be filed today. And we'll be back on February 29th. And Ms. Ferguson, if you can give Mr. Sanchez a reset form, because I think this is the only thing that's holding him. All right, is there anything else?
No.
All right, thank you. On this case, I need a 3-week reset for plea deadline date. All right. All right, counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case?
I have, Your Honor.
All right, has an offer been tendered?
It has.
All right. Then this is going to be set for a plea deadline date, and that plea deadline date is going to be on February 6th. Mr. Padilla, at that time, you need to let the court know whether or not you're accepting the state's offer. If you choose not to accept the state's offer, then this will be set for jury trial and your plea deadline date will have expired. And the court will only consider a plea bargaining agreement with a good cause. Otherwise, you have to plea open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. Do you have any other questions?
What would be the sentence if I was found guilty?
All right. According to, I believe he's charged with aggravated sexual assault.
Yeah, sexual assault child.
All right. The range of punishment for that offense is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to $10,000 fine.
That's fine.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. No problem. All right. Is this a plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can I have a stamp? Court is calling 2023 CR 4167, State of Texas versus Norma Elizondo. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Allie Jackson.
Oh, no, the other one for plea.
Miguel Hernandez for the defense.
All right. And are you Norma Elizondo?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery and did you review it with your client?
Have, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Elizondo, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Elizondo, I'm going to show you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes,
Did you
ma'am.
sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand you're charged with assault, intentionally and knowingly, serious bodily injury by omission to a child? That's a first-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain agreement. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, the punishment is be assessed at 30 years in the prison and there are no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense? State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions? Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence?
State offer states exhibit 1 with all attachments.
We had a chance to review, Your Honor. No objections.
Showing you what's entitled wavering consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Your.
All right, and what is the current condition of the child?
She is she's recovering, Your Honor.
All right. All right, the court will follow your plea bargain agreement, sentence you to 30 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing? Going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? I'm sorry, one other thing that I'm going to add to her sentencing is there is to be no contact with minors. Going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.